Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Brian if you're new around here, but if you're a returning subscriber, you look magnificent today, and thanks so much for checking out this video. We're going to talk about what is going on. There's a new exploit the devs have caught, and they are currently taking precautionary measures to try and alleviate and fix that. And so I want to cover the post here for you guys. I want to give you guys my thoughts on this, especially as a veteran player. I want to give you guys some of the things that I see in this that's actually good news that we should be excited for. But note that this is essentially, obviously, any veteran New World player or anybody considering checking out this game might look at this as a kind of a precautionary tale. And so we're going to talk about that as open and honestly as we try and talk about this game in each and every video that I make here on the channel. Now, all that being said, what we'll do in terms of a structure, I'm going to read this post so you guys have the exact details that the devs are sharing with us, and then we're going to talk about it. And then if you guys are a part of this community, I'm going to talk a little bit to you guys more towards the end of this video. There's just stuff going on I'd love to get your thoughts and perspective on, and yeah, we'll talk about that as well. So if you're interested in that, just hang out towards the end of this video, and yeah, it's hopefully be a good one. Got some stuff planned for you guys, hopefully rolling out this weekend, but let's not waste any time. Let's get you guys the details. So this afternoon, around 13 hours ago, they had internal alarms that kind of fired off and a player report that actually indicated there was a new trading exploit. They have actually not seen this before. Now, we understand that the root cause of this problem, and they are working on the correction. While they address this issue, they are actively banning players we see engaging in this trading exploit. They have also disabled player-to-player trading as a precautionary measure and will re-enable them as quickly as possible with a hot patch. As a reminder, any player taking advantage of exploits will be penalized for violating the code of conduct, and obviously they thank you guys for your understanding. As an update of 12 hours ago, a quick update, we are creating a build now with a fix. Please bear in mind that we will have to test the build to ensure its unintentional changes, and just to be safe, this is their highest priority to get players back to normal for in-game trading, and they thank you guys so much for your patience. This is in and of itself, like, obviously disappointing to see. However, there's some really good silver linings. They haven't seen this issue before. The thing I look at, especially within dev and especially within game releases, do you make the same mistake over and over again? This can, for a lot of players, feel like the same mistake. Oh no, trading exploit. This is bringing back, the early times of the game where we saw this happen time and time again, and they had to spend a lot of time cleaning it up. I see a lot of people saying like there's a lot of duped gold in the economy. No, there's just actually a different issue. It has to deal with companies controlling a lot of land. They were able to remove 99.8% or 98.9% of all the dupe stuff back in the fall. But in this case, we're obviously seeing them having developed some really good resources here. A, internal alarms. B, a player report. C, an issue that they haven't seen before, and D, they're taking action and having disabled player-to-player trading. It sucks. Player-to-player trading is one of the key aspects of an MMORPG, but honestly, when I say we cannot risk like them having to spend so much time trying to claw back and remove that, especially as people are excited for the game, especially as it seems like they're doing really good things. There are going to always be people who try to cheat and break the system, and New World is not the rule here. They are a part of the entire thing. We see this happening across games, especially in their lifetime. What is really exciting is that they have identified the issue, they've mitigated the issue, they've communicated the problem, and they're already working on a fix that I'm assuming is going to roll out as soon as it's tested and done. So we might have a minor patch note video coming here for you later on the channel itself. As a veteran player myself, obviously, this is disappointing. Obviously, this is frustrating because we haven't also seen an issue like this actually arise for a long time. So now when I'm asked, the truthful answer is like, oh yeah, we just had one of those issues. So this is probably going to keep people from checking out the game maybe right now. And that's just the reality of the situation, especially for those of you who are concerned with it. But let me just be as frankly as possible. I do believe in this game. I think it has a great future. It's got a lot of potential, and I don't see what they've posted here as a negative towards it. I see it actually as a big positive, a big win for the devs, for both the communication, the response, and the fact that they have these and continue to develop these alarms and these tests to ensure a great and enjoyable player experience overall. I think you can learn a lot from a loss. I think when I say a loss, it's like, we were talking about this today in my men's group. Like, I think essentially, like, when people worry about when they fail or when they lose, it's like I always look at those as really good opportunities for how you can grow, how you can get better. What lessons did you take away? A loss isn't a loss unless you let it be one. And it feels like, at least from this last year, the devs have really learned a lot. They've refined their processes, and the fact that they're communicating this, the fact that they're addressing this, is something that actually gives me more hope for the game, not less hope. But I'm not going to sit here and say, oh yeah, like, you know, it'd be better obviously if these issues didn't arise. And I think that based off of what I'm seeing here is we're going to see less and less and less of that as time goes on. And so that's going to be the hope that I'm going to share, the hopium or the copium, whatever way you want to kind of slice it in that regards. And those are just my thoughts, especially as it relates to this latest news. I'd love to know yours. Any and all are always welcome in the comments. Just always be respectful. That is the general rule here. That's just the general rule. I think if we can always try and give respect and not necessarily make people have to earn respect, maybe the world just gets a little bit better. Now, for those of you subscribers who are part of this community, and maybe you are part of the Discord, maybe you're not, tonight, at the time of this recording on Friday, this is when we run our community game nights, with the exception of next week. So if you're for some reason watching this video and it is getting closer and closer to October, past the 23rd. The 23rd, we're doing community game night. Next week, I have a family engagement. I'm not going to be able to make it. But tonight, the 23rd, we're going to kick it off. We're going to get your game goals, anything you want to get knocked out in the game, whether you're on a server or not. Just note that it's just about coming together, hanging out, having fun. We'll probably talk about this. Who knows? Maybe there'll be a patch later today fixing this issue. Fingers crossed, because player trading, got to make that money. That's essentially what I'll be working on. Some guides for you guys over this weekend, looking at obviously as a player, as a healer, bringing you guys my healing guide. Also, I'm going to be talking about kind of the top 5 things that you should be doing as a part of your preparation for Brimstone Sands. Hopefully you find all that interesting. But yeah, that's going to be what I'm going to work on for you guys in terms of video form. Hopefully you'll join us hanging out over on Twitch to get those drops if you haven't got those drops yet. The links are all in the description if you're new and this is the first video that you're seeing from me and you're still watching this. And if that's the case, you're a freaking legend. Thanks for doing so. Anyway, guys, I don't want to ramble. I don't want to make this video longer than it needs to be. I do appreciate your time today. Hopefully I will see you in my next video. If you guys are looking for more of my content, YouTube thinks that these 2 videos over here might be worth something and worth some of your time. Other than that, guys, I wish you guys all the best. Hopefully I'll see you next time. But until then, take care.